Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Project Wingman. I'm joined by the Akamura, but we don't have her mic set up yet, but that leads me to my first thing. From the usual bits of the show, I've changed my audio setup just a little bit here. Everything looks good from my visualizers, but any feedback throughout the show would be helpful because your mic is still off, but I have confidence this should work out. But throughout, anytime I get too loud or too quiet, please let me know because things are going to get a little weird here for a minute. Hello, Mom, Jinergy Soul, Lakebane, and Okami, as well as anyone who watches from the playlist, any lurkers, and so on and so on. This is Project Wingman. This is a game made by pretty much one Ace Combat fan for Ace Combat fans. So if you ever have seen me play Ace Combat, this is basically Ace Combat. Be advised, if you haven't seen it, there's a lot of movement, so if you tend to get motion sick or whatever playing or watching games, I'm going to play in third person so you can focus your eyes on the plane itself, which isn't going to move very much, or you can just look away, but things are going to get a little wibbly-woo, what with the graphics and such. Yeah, Project Wingman is finally happening, as Ledge says. I almost bumped it again today, but then changed my mind, so we are going through with this. And hello, Isaac Smith. I've got to say that Burn Away of the Falcon is pretty nice. Yes, shoot, where did I get that intro? Should have probably put that in the video description as well. But I got the intro, I commissioned the intro, I guess you could say, from a different site than I usually get my stock footage. Alright, so what, Akamura?
I think you have it listed somewhere.
Probably here. Alright, let's get your mic set up here. So you haven't changed your setup at all, so you're...
Okay, so I should sound relatively the same. That's good. Let's see here. Ow. Ledge says Project Wingman is finally happening.
I commented on that about 60 seconds ago.
Sorry.
Anyway.
It just made me laugh.
I know. Alright, I think I've got you organized.
Hi, everybody. I'm having a very slow start today. Please bear with me.
Yes, Project Wingman has been on the streaming schedule for about a year. It's just kept getting bumped. But now, I'm finally playing it. It is available on Steam. There is a link in the video description. I'm going to jump into the campaign, and I'm going to give you guys a crap ton of volume, because the sound is a little on the quiet side for the mission briefings, and then a little on the loud side during the game. So, here we go. The mission, or the briefing, is not really all that important anyway, if you don't really care. But, oh, crap. Generations ago, a global cataclysmic event scorched the world whole. Newly exposed and volatile material combined with an earth-shattering tectonic collapse dismantling civilization whole. The New World Order was destroyed. History as we know it changed forever. But from the ashes, a new era began. Hundreds of years have passed. Humanity is now in the time known as After Calamity. Dun dun dun. Alright, now we're gonna have a briefing, probably. Dot dot dot. We're part of the Sicario Corp. In Hitman Team. How appropriate. Game? I did run the first mission off camera to make sure everything functioned. Hey, Black Flag. There's the name of mission 1.
Just about to come to an end. And, well, thank God. I don't mind a tropical vacation every once in a while, but it's not very glamorous, considering we're here to work. Anyway, one last thing before the defense minister releases our contract, and we move on to bigger and better. Hitman Team, you haven't gotten all that much airtime this deployment, so you're taking point with this operation.
We have confirmed the location of the Burlock Privateer headquarters off the coast on the southwestern edge of the Jesta Island chain. They're a mercenary group like us who unfortunately have turned to outright piracy. According to surveillance data, we have determined that they are the culprit of the recent high-profile hijacking of the Federation-registered cargo ship May Lynx. The May Lynx is supposedly carrying volatile cargo belonging to the Federation's Department of Global Energy and Sustainability Office. Nothing specific from the Federation contact about the cargo, however, our orders are to retrieve it if possible, or to neutralize it if we can't. Attempts to negotiate for it have turned up with nothing, so we're going in. Hitman Team, you are to approach the island from the south along with support and establish control over the area. Your objective is to eliminate any surrounding anti-air and resistance on the island. After that, secure an LZ for our operator group Ronin to ascertain the cargo. Once Ronin lands, maintain air superiority until the next stage of the operation is determined. Be aware that the Burlocks have other Merc pilots on tap, so enemy reinforcements could be a factor.
Normally, we'd stay out of contact with any Federation-adjacent taskings. But this is the last thing we need to do for a Kurt contract, so I'll let it slide. Two birds with one stone. Easy enough, right? Now get to work. Dismissed.
Oh, sure, and I'm also sure absolutely nothing bad is going to happen while we're out there. So, there is a lot of chatter, which I'm going to be talking over, so hopefully you have quick eyes what with the subtitles and such to know what's going on, but the story is also not necessarily that super important. Isaac asks, so is this like an Air XCOM game? It is an arcade combat game, so, whoops, probably should have picked my plane first, but that's fine. Oh, this is where I picked my plane.
It'll be okay.
This one, and yeah, okay. No, we're good. Let's do this. So you're in a plane, you fly around, you shoot down enemies. The flight physics are very arcade based. You pretty much need a controller or a flight stick or something to play well, but it's very simplistic controls. I'm on the clock. This sounds like the same voice actor from Ace Combat 7, but I don't think it is.
Who was that? Ace Combat 7 voices.
I'm less than happy that I have a glare right across my screen right now. Having the opposite problem I usually do. What with my ultra black and such. Oh, are we going? Alright, guess I better kick on the afterburners then. One interesting thing the green text says up here is there are no checkpoints in this game. So, you do a mission right or you die. It's a very old school way of doing it. Ace Combat used to be that. There it is. Calculate your every move. That is a very old school design choice. Yep, everything's fine, wingmen who I barely know the names of. This is really pretty, especially... I want to just repeat, this game is made by like 3 people. I mean, beyond the fact that, you know, you have your testers who are important, your Kickstarter backers who are important, there's basically one programmer and artist, and then there was one writer, and then there was one composer, and that's it. That is the full cast list, or staff list, before you get into the game testers. So, I am already very
awesome.
impressed. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very old school, and it looks really good.
It does. It looks gorgeous. To tell you how old school or maybe indie this is, the website that was given for the company website is a Tumblr. It's,
whoa.
Yeah. It's a bit outdated. The developer has other means, places, platforms that he goes to now, including Twitter. But, like, there is no really official website, or there wasn't, at least, for a long time, for this game. Like, it is about as indie as you can get.
Yep, even
so,
then, having a Tumblr for it is risky.
Yeah. So, it's, this is definitely a labor of love, and it's gorgeous. This is definitely done by a fan of the old-school Ace Combat games. But it controls fantastically. Like, this feels like Ace Combat. This is Ace Combat. This is basically an unauthorized Ace Combat that doesn't use the words Ace Combat in its title. But I love it. I love it so much so far. I haven't gotten past Mission 1. One of the things that has attracted me is there is a mode for... It's basically a roguelike, because you start off with a crap plane in like alert level 1, which is you're trying to take over a country and it's a difficulty 1, and every kill you make gives you money, and provided you survive the mission, when you get back you can turn that money into better planes, and then you take on alert level 2 and alert level 3 and so on. To the point where apparently a lot of people have complained that by the time you get to the end, there are so many planes that computers run at a standstill. So, I'm not sure if that's still true. But, you know, the mode is interesting. Basically, one that doesn't worry about the story and cares more about the actual combat than anything else. Yeah, I see him, I see him, I see him.
Ramon Stefano says, Pyro Boss, how are you doing?
Hello, Ramon. Thank you for joining the stream. I am doing okay. I'm certainly doing better than I was the last couple months. I feel pretty good today. I got a lot accomplished, so... I mean, this morning. It's all little stuff. It's nothing that you guys are going to see. But... just stuff like getting my third book transferred to my... Copy that. We have planes incoming. Just getting my third book transferred into a new word processor. Got the, ooh. We got the third book, I got the financial report written for this month, if y'all want to take a look at that. There are links everywhere. Oh, I keep meaning to put that in YouTube. I've been trying to put the links to the financial report on my YouTube community page. But yes, it is on the Discord, which Ledge has just helpfully provided a link for, if you wish to see the financial report. Alright, go, go, go! One thing this game does not have, compared to Ace Combat 7, is the high G super fast turn, which would be nice in situations like this, but it's not a big deal. I don't even think that was a feature in Ace Combat 6 and before. Yeah, how'd your flares work, asshole? It feels kind of sluggish. But I think that's just because this is the first plane. Your first plane always feels a little sluggish, because you get so many better planes as you progress.
It's unfortunately a little hard for me to keep track of what's going on in a plane game.
Because you can't read maps?
Yeah, not only can I not read maps, but having to orient yourself 360 degrees to look for enemies, just my brain is not equipped for that. So
yeah.
It's really cool to watch you do it with ease.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever had difficulty or anything like that. I just love aircraft. I always have. And I'm a huge Ace Combat fan. I mean, I've played it since Ace Combat 2. I never played the original, which is called Air Combat for some reason. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That missile was close. But yeah, my brain handles this very easily. My brain very much is wired for air combat type of stuff. But especially the arcade ones, because some of the really serious ones out there are very, very difficult. Is that it? Are we clear? I think we're clear.
That's all they had?
Yep. It's only the tutorial mission. So, yeah, so in case you aren't seeing what's going on, the country we're working for, the Federation, wants us to just scorched earth the island. So, good thing I've got some super bombs for that. Yes, Ramon, I played Ace Combat 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I experimented with the really shitty Ace Combat game that tried to turn it into, Call of Duty, which was awful. I actually recorded 2 episodes of that. I was going to do a series of it, and then realized the game was super boring, so I canceled the series. There we go. We blew up the lab or whatever.
We blew up the or whatever.
How's that, island?
Fuck you, island.
Oh, God!
Objectives complete, Hitman. RTB at your leisure. Think the water's still alright? Still got sunshine by the time we RTB.
It's never good for your commanding officer to be like, alright, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, he's done that a few times. That's... Are you 6?
Yep, there's a civil war brewing in a different country, and we're mercenaries, so you can probably put 2 and 2 together on that one.
We'll make lots of money.
Yep, we're gonna Alt-Tab, give the game volume again.
Just about dried up. If no one objects, and your contract with Sicario is still in effect, pack your bags.
Well, that was a quick $6,000.
And I believe we'll
Nice.
make a little something of ourselves there.
Great. Let's go to Cascadia then, or whatever. Ramon says, we're talking about Ace Combat, but the game's very eye-catching. It is. It's very pretty for especially a one-man
Sicario is moving
operation.
west, ladies and gents. Information coming out of country has been spotty, but, well, let's just say there's a demand for people of our pedigree. The Federation's been eyeing a takeover of Cascadia's resources for years, as far as I remember. And and it seems the Cascadians weren't going to take it lying down, based on what info has been leaked out. For those of you who don't know, Cascadia is a nation along North America's western seaboard, one of the largest on Earth, and one of the most prosperous due to its abundant natural resources and geothermal energy deposits. I've never been, but I hear it's beautiful. A country with limitless energy at its fingertips. I know some of us who were born out here in the periphery can't even imagine it, but I'm sure this hits closer to home for some of you. Moving along. There's a communications blackout both in and out of the country. And as far as the international news goes, nothing is going on except a few riots. Based on the mercenary networks, however, that is a complete lie. A full-blown conflict is proceeding. We've reached out and were given a rendezvous by a Cascadian group called the Independence Force, the main anti-Federation group recognized by the national government. I presume the Federation has the borders on lockdown to stop people like us from coming in, so stay on our toes. If we get found out by a patrol, we'll send one of our flights off to take care of them.
Sicario is moving northwest towards a rendezvous point set by Cascadia's Independence Force. We don't expect any heavy resistance given our route of ingress, however, each of our fighter groups will be pulling shifts to preserve fuel and ammo. Hitman Team, you will be responsible for the last leg of the journey, which will take us over into Cascadia proper. Be prepared to intercept border patrols.
I know some of you might not be too enthused to be fighting the Federation, so I invite you to leave with what you have of your contract. You'd only slow us down.
What an interesting storyline there. We are now fighting the exact employers we just got done helping. So, the commander was like, if you don't like it, just get out of here before there are problems. Don't hesitate on the battlefield or whatever. Huh.
That's pretty badass.
Alright,
A little concerning.
little concerning. Nothing but air targets in this one, so I may change my plane. Files. Is this where I save? I assume this is where I save. This is not where I save. This is information about the world. Kind of cool. Alright. Great. Also interesting to me that this game takes place on Earth. None of the Ace Combats in the main series took place on Earth, but this one, not that this is Ace Combat, but you know what I mean. This game does, just in an alternate Earth. Wow, that plane looks like ass. Has better acceleration, and that's it. Yeah, we'll stick with the TF4. Alright, wait, can I buy one of these planes now? Purchase for 7,000 credits. Oh, and I have money. Oh, good. Interceptor. Anti-air. Probably what I need. We'll get the MG-21. And we will outfit it with anti-air weapons, because we are not against nothing but air targets here. This isn't an online game, is it? Asks Ramon. It is not. Single player completely. No dogfighting, no deathmatch, no anything. Which I really like. Jedediah Thornberger says Ace Combat was fun, Armored Core was better. Reasonable minds will disagree on that. I didn't particularly care for Armored Core. My friend Yoshi loved it, but I tried my best with it, but I have trouble with mech games. Like, my brain doesn't comprehend mech games as easily. Hold the radar button. So, all of our targets are behind us? Okay. I should give Armored Core a go one of these days for the show. But, because I have a feeling the regulars who really like mech games will dig Armored Core. Maybe I would do better with it now. But mechs in general don't really interest me as much as aircraft do. Woohoo! Yeah, this is where y'all who feel motion sick might get a bit dizzy. Especially the way I fly. There you are. That was a cute little maneuver you just did to get away from me. Come back here. The music's really good in this, too. I mean, better than a one-man operation game usually is, you know?
Yeah. I just like the visuals, really.
It's really pretty.
I cannot understand what's going on, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of a new thing with Ace Combat and games like this in general, just having all these smoke trails everywhere. But computers can handle it now, and it really shows just how active the skies are. Because your allies and enemies are making the same trails. I saw that the developer is currently updating the game even more, and he's going to be making the flares look prettier. And I've seen some of the lighting that he's doing, and the game is going to be even more gorgeous. It's pretty ridiculous how pretty this game is. I see you. Yep, finish your little maneuver, because I know I can't hit you right now. There we go.
Crush him.
Nice shot.
Thank you, AWACS. This is one of the rare games where I really want to play it with headphones. Usually I just like having my ears open so I know what you're doing or what Nisi is doing at any given time, but
Yeah.
that's going to be a problem.
It's
Wow, I
one of those
actually hit
things
him.
where you want to immerse yourself completely.
Yeah, and I'd like to play this game in the middle of the night so I don't have any distracting glares like I do right now. Your flares didn't work, buddy! I can see how you would get very disoriented too, like especially the way
Yeah.
I fly. I prefer doing a lot of rapid turns and rolls.
Well, not just
So-
that, but even in real life, if I'm doing something with one hand, I'll forget what the other one's holding. And there are times where you have to stop me from walking out into traffic because I'm looking somewhere
do.
else.
It's
I really should not play these games.
kind of adorable, but also...
It's a
Woohoo!
mite concerning.
Yeah. This music is really good. I wish I could have it a little louder. The problem with the game is it's just a pile of noise. And if you're not used to it, you kind of have to mentally filter out the engine sounds and the whooshing and the such, because there's just a lot of noise happening. Yeah, I've got one on me. Ah, missed that guy. Come here. But for me, I can also multitask really well, so like I know when to keep my eye on what I can see versus when I just need to look at the radar versus when I need to look at the HUD, you know. And
Yeah.
it takes practice and also confidence in what you're doing to make sure that when you look away, it's okay. Like, in the basic sense, think about a car when you're driving. When you look at the speedometer, you're not looking at the road. So you have to know that you're not going to slam into anybody when you glance at the speedometer. Granted, you're not glancing at the speedometer for more than a second, but you still need to make sure you're not going to rear end somebody in that 1 second.
Yeah.
And as a pilot, not that I'm a real life pilot, but even as a simulated pilot, you get used to putting your eyes at certain parts of the screen as necessary, depending on what you're currently doing. This game has an eye tracker mode, apparently. I would love an eye tracker. It'd be really interesting for things like Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes.
Or this game. It reminds me when we were teaching Sol how to play Final Fantasy XIV. She was surprised that depending on the role you play, you don't need to know certain information.
Yeah.
Like as a healer, she was like, "Well, when are you looking at the boss hit points?" I'm like,
Never.
"I don't."
Never.
As a healer, it does not matter what the boss, you know, how close the boss is to death. But for piloting like this, it's sort of similar, where I'm rarely glancing at my weapon loadout. There we go. Or even the horizon line. Usually I'm looking at the radar in the bottom left. Are we clean? Oh, we got more planes coming. I think you guys are fucked, Federation. Damn right you're not equipped to deal with us. You also have to do, like, mental math where you can't just charge at your enemy. You have to pick an angle where you can get behind them. Because if you charge at them, you're not going to land your missiles against them. So you have to do some quick geometry. Ooh. Thank you, AWACS. There is one other air combat arcade game like this that I've always wanted to play, and I cannot find it anymore, and it's called Hawks with an X because it's cool. It was a Tom Clancy game, so it's an Ubisoft game, which is unfortunate, but so it goes. For the 360, and I cannot find it anywhere. Woo! Okay, missile. Calm down.
I like the wing effect.
Yeah, me too. That is... I didn't realize this game had it until I was doing my practice run.
That's so cool.
Because I don't think even Ace Combat 6 had it. I'm pretty sure Ace Combat 7 did. But... switching to my super missiles. Oh, God! I'm smarter than that, but not that time. Oh, just an immediate mission failed. Holy crap.
I don't think you realized how close you were.
No, I did. I thought I was going to buzz him on his back, on his tail, and I guessed wrong.
I didn't realize how close you were. I couldn't tell.
I knew he was close. If you can see the fuselage, you are close. Usually most of the combat of this type of game is off your HUD. Like you're hitting people 8,000, 9,000 meters away. Or feet, not meters. You can put the game in metric if you want to, if you don't speak American.
Yeah, if you don't speak in freedom points.
Yeah, freedom points. That was I'm a little embarrassed at that performance. Best thing
okay.
to do is make up for it. Hello, Afroman Sensei. Thank you
were
for
just-
joining the stream.
You were just showing them what not to do.
Sure, that's it.
Totally it.
Yeah, like there I can barely see the wings and the fuselage. Well, now I can. There we go. And there are a lot of little HUD things that can help you out. Like, when you have someone targeted... 1 second. There we go. When you have someone targeted, there's a little green indicator on your HUD that shows what direction they are relative to you. So just as long as you're always trying to follow that arrow, then you should be okay. You know, come to think of it, you also need to have the instinct to know when not to fire, especially since your ammo is limited, because AWACS keeps saying things like, you've got a good tone, light them up, you're clear for guns, but like, sometimes you're not in a good angle to do that.
You're cleared for guns, and you fire, and it hits
Yeah.
someone you're supporting.
Oh, you dick. Got him. Oh man, this is probably also going to be a future hangout game for us now that I'm finally...
Now that you're finally playing it?
Now that I'm finally playing it, because doing the roguelike mode, like, that just sounds fun. Difficult, but fun.
Fun.
I'm curious if my computer can handle it. From what I gather from certain Steam conversations and forum posts, the final mode, or not even the final, of the roguelike mode can feature like 80 to 90 planes in the air all against you at the same time. And
Whoa.
the game has to simulate what all of them are doing and thinking. So that's when things get a little heavy on your processor. I cannot see what the hell's going on right now. No, guns, guns, guns. I'm not at a good angle, AWACS. Now I am. There you go. See? AWACS, trust your best pilot or whatever.
Less QQ, more pew pew.
Right.
I've got murder champagne on ice, and I can't drink it until you kill someone.
Murder champagne?
Murder champagne.
That sounds fantastic. We should get out the wine. Wait, you probably work
I
tomorrow,
work
don't you?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Plus, murder wine doesn't have the same sound to it.
Yeah, murder wine is just like the wine that someone lets out while they're being murdered.
Yes. Or it's for serial killers.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not Hannibal it up in here. It's murder champagne.
Just gave myself a book character idea. Oh my god. I should have been playing this a year ago when it was first on the schedule.
I mean, to be fair, you're enjoying it now.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Plus, I mean, since there is an update coming, it says that the developer cares enough that he's still updating it. I mean, this is a full release. When I first put it on the streaming schedule, it was in early access. It's done now, but he's making it even better, which makes me happy.
plane go brrr.
Yep, plane go burr. Have to be a little conservative with that. In Ace Combat games, your gun ammo is unlimited, so I'm being just a wee bit aggressive on that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, the heavy drum beats. This would sound amazing with my headphones. You just increase the bass, crank that shit up, and cancel all the noise around you. Oh. Oh. I see him. You're not getting away from me this time, buddy. Unless one of your friends shoots a missile at me.
Oh shit.
Alright. I didn't lose you. Now you're down. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Has it been on the schedule that long? It has.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I think they just recently celebrated the game being out for 1 year, and I want to say that it's been on the schedule for about 18 months. Which I'm not proud of, but it was always the first thing to get, well, the second thing to get bummed when we had Sonic Forces. Now it's the first thing to get bummed. We have to pick another game that we're gonna bump constantly.
Well, we've been bumping Tales of Symphonia since I requested it, and like that's my fault.
Yeah,
so let's keep bumping that.
Because yeah, you absolutely need to pick a very long amount of time to do that game.
Yes.
We've wanted to do Final Fantasy IV, but like, and now that I've looked into it, Final Fantasy IV is even shorter than Symphonia.
Oh yeah.
Symphonia is extremely long.
I want to say my fastest playtime for Symphonia was 40 hours.
Yeah. That's about an average time for Final Fantasy IV. I saw that someone beat Final Fantasy IV in 13 hours, which sounds absurdly quick, unless they were just skipping all the story, which is reasonable.
Yeah, blitzing.
Alright. Just gonna get some distance. Now to chase. Uh-oh. Wow, I don't know where anything is now. Okay, there's the high-value target. Let's see if I can deal with him without friggin' blowing myself up this time.
Bump him off!
I want to get a little bit of range. Oh, they know I'm going after him because I've got 3 planes on me. Yep, they're not giving me a chance to go after him. Shit! So, the special weapon I've got selected as a guided missile. So, it's not a fire and forget. I have to... after I fired it, I have to keep the target within that hexagon that shows up on my HUD. And the enemy knows what I'm doing, so they keep shooting at me because I have to break the... I have to break away, and so I can't target the big plane anymore.
What a bunch of assholes. Don't they know you're just a guy trying to do your job?
Right? They should let me blow up their commander or whatever because I want to.
Exactly, yeah. I'm just trying to put bread on the table.
This is fine. We'll just take out the little guys. Did you just flare when I'm not shooting a missile at you? Because that was really dumb. Okay. Alright. If this is a true Ace Combat game, we're going to have tunnel flying and super weapons by the time we're done. We're not gonna have any of that in a single stream, but Wahahaha. And it seems your allies are relatively competent, although they still don't fight nearly as much as you do. Which makes sense, because they want to give you, as the player, the glory. But at least they do a little bit of work. Which is more than I can say for some older race combats. Still have 2,000 rounds in my gun. Maybe I am being a little conservative. The other, an old school bullet hell game that I should get back to is UN Squadron. Boy, said that weird. UN Squadron! Aircraft! Shooty pew pew. Based on an anime series that I've never seen but one of these years. Very old anime series at this point. Not even sure where to go. I'd have to probably go to some unsavory sites in order to see if I can hunt that anime down. I'm not even sure if it was ever translated into English.
Ginergy is asking if this is shorter or longer than the wait that we had for Sonic Forces. Yes.
We just lost contact with Blue Squadron's flight in this area. Destroyer Espadon, advise disengagement. We've got eyes on the perpetrators. Only 2 small flights. We can take them. Escorts, fall into screening pattern Alpha.
You can try.
This one's all yours.
There we go. Yeah, so this is a very long-range missile, but I have to keep the target in my sights. Yep. Alright, switching back to standard missiles. Coming about. Hey, partners, teammates, you may want to help me out here. That's as close to a super weapon as we've had so far. That is a big-ass plane.
Big ass plane.
Every missile I'm sending at him is taking out a missile launcher, but he's still got like half a dozen. Thank you, teammates. Oh yeah, it's getting a little heavy here. The AI knows what I'm up to, so they're doing everything they can to push me away from their super plane, their battle cruiser. Oh, I took it out, I guess. It done a splody. That's probably an official military term.
Done a splody.
It done a splody.
I understand what you're talking about.
I think I've got a subtitle for the stream now. We done did a splody. No, you don't. Alright, 3 more little planes to clean up. Make that 2. Be careful of enemy AA. There is no enemy AA. We're in the... It's just all aerial combat. What the hell's wrong with you, AWACS?
Unless that was meant to be on a different level?
I don't know. It's fine. It's probably fine.
Enemy's got a bead on you, Monarch.
They do not.
You're in gun range. Monarch, good luck.
Ooh, that time his flares worked. Couldn't handle the guns, though. This is really excellent. Like, that... Again, I haven't played more than this, but all the reviews from Ace Combat fans talked about how good this was, and I had a feeling I would like it. There we go. Skies are clear.
Guess we're in it now. Hey, Mick, you got any idea what the Federation is doing in Cascadia?
Why the hell do you think I know? Hey, we've got contact.
To approaching unidentified aircraft. When the night comes, how do we return home? By midnight's light. Confirmed. Welcome to Cascadia, Sicario. Follow us. We have a temporary landing strip set up for you mercenaries.
Oh god, don't make me land. Landing is always hard in these games. Alright. 2 stages down. That only took me a friggin' 40 minutes. Oh god. Make sure your airspeed's just above stall speed. Brake once you have touched the ground. Is that it? Oh, Jesus. That is not how you should come in for a landing, FYI. I'm also coming in a bit hot. I need to
It's fine.
lower my AOA. This
Are
is...
they making you land? Ew.
Yeah, they're making me land. Landing in Ace Combat is never fun because the... Oh god, I can barely see the runway because of the glare. Alright. Well, at least the runway is pretty big. Yeah, I'm coming in at a little hot of an angle right now. But I should be alright if I flare at the bottom. Oh god. Sure. Okay. Hard brake. Hard brake. That probably destroyed some landing gears, but it's fine. Any landing you walk away from is a good one, or whatever.
That was not butter.
That was not butter. That was plunk. I just kind of fell out of the sky.
Thanks to your efforts, Sicario was able to rendezvous with
Yeah. Hold that thought while I give you some volume, game.
within the hour, so stay on your toes, or else your time in Cascadia will be short-lived.
Okay. No worries, boss. Sir. Sir boss.
Sir boss, sir.
Sir boss, sir. Mission 3, Homestead.
Hello, Sicario. I'm Captain Griffiths, otherwise known as Stardust. From now on, I'll be your point of contact with the Cascadian Independence Force. I was a National Guard pilot when it all went down, and now I'm working with you. We're pressed for time, so listen up.
Don't sound so disappointed.
Cascadia's
Shit.
prosperity, our natural bounty, has always gone to support the world. For the last few decades, we have done this by our partnership with the Pacific Federation, providing aid and infrastructure to the less fortunate internationally. The Federation, however, in recent years has used the resources we provided to forcefully expand by conquest and military strength. We could not let our cordium or geothermal deposits fuel this war machine. Cascadia as a nation sought independence from the Federation outright, in order to prevent the Federation from imperially expanding further. Unfortunately, they turned against us. They have seen fit to unify and federalize Cascadian infrastructure as a whole. When we resisted, they turned the country inside out. We refuse to let that stand. So, here's the plan for you mercenaries right now.
In northern Cascadia, Rosedower AFB was a joint base used by both the Cascadian National Guard and the Federation. When hostilities took off, however, the Federation seized the base from the National Guard. Your objective today is to take back the base into our hands. Hitman Team will lead aerial operations, wiping out any anti-air defenses. Circus, our transport aircraft carrying Sicario's airborne troop element, will then vector in and drop onto the base to secure it.
Take care not to damage the facilities too much during the attack. Sicario and other mercenary elements will be using this base afterwards.
Ooh, I wonder if that's
I'm sure you want to
an
operate
objective
from
I
an
have to
actual
care
base
about.
anyway, as opposed to some dirt strip. So let's get rolling.
Cool. So it's not usually a big thing in the Ace Combat games, but there is occasionally targets that are non-targets. Like your lock-on thingy will still lock on to them, but you're not supposed to shoot at them. And I can't tell if the game wants me to do that or not, but I guess we'll see once we get into it. And this being a ground-based mission, there's no reason for me to bring that anti-aircraft missile again. So, oh, we've got a new plane available. So we have the SV-37, which is a strike plane, so that's good against anti-ground. And the FE-4, also strike plane.
Options.
Options. Well, I may as well take it from the top down, so let's get the SV-37. And then, so we pick that plane, and then the first, okay, anti-ground. No anti-ground in the first slot. Alright, so we'll take, what the hell is this? Standard missile, I guess? And then we'll take the MLAG. Multi-lock anti-ground missiles. Multi-targeting locking capability. Anti-ground ordnance meant to clear the field. That sounds good. Alright, let's roll. Muhahaha. God, I love this game. Oh no, and we're dropping frames.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Looks like we're back. Seemed we had a slight hiccup in the internet for a moment, but I think we're alright.
That was weird.
Okay, I have 368 missiles. That's why this is an arcade game, an arcade flyer, and not, you know, realistic. To the skies we go. Did I lower the... Yeah, I lowered the volume. Alright, let's do this. That's really interesting that this takes place on an alternate Earth. You got it. So basically, if it shoots at us, I'm going to shoot back. If it doesn't shoot at us, then I'm not going to worry about it. Like, right now we're targeting an anti-aircraft gun. There's a cannon. I mean, if it shoots at us, we'll shoot back, but... let's see what happens. Oh, this is one of the targets. So on the radar, the targets show up as orange, and I assume that means the non-targets show up as... whoops, as white. So, we'll just ignore the white target there. Oh, and I also see the words priority. So we'll just hit those things.
Right on target. A contract here of all places. You know what they say about all roads, right, Nick?
Not now, Deb. Not now.
What are you idiots talking about? I do like that they have that though. Your wingmen in actual Ace Combat games tend to be a little dry, and in later ones they tried to make them a little more interesting. So, uh-oh, that's a problem.
That was close.
Yeah, I did not see the planes in the air. That one was also close. I don't know if it's coming through due to the fact we're streaming this, but whenever a missile is fired, I can look at the radar and see exactly the angle it's coming in from. And that can mean some of those are a little too close for comfort. This is really pretty. The pink sky, that's awesome. There are some days here in Ohio that look almost like this, and it's gorgeous.
It's a beautiful day to kill some people just trying to defend their country.
Look, they took it from us or whatever first.
Did they?
I think they said that. We're taking it back for ourselves or something. Then again, we are mercenaries, so really nothing belongs to us.
We're taking it for the money.
Other than our own. More like we're taking it for the convenience. As the XO said, you don't want to do your operations from a dirt strip, do you? It's like, yeah, I guess not. So... one more. I would enjoy playing a game like this with multiple players, though. If you had an actual team, an actual wing behind you, that would be awesome. I don't think there have been any multiplayer Ace Combat games aside from deathmatching, which is fine, but I think that's the thing I have with most multiplayer games, that most multiplayer games are adversarial, and I like co-op.
Yeah.
And there's not as many co-op as adversarial.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay, wow, I guess we've cleared most of this out.
Like Conan.
Yeah. Soul was wanting to play some Conan the other day, actually. We should get back to Conan too. What is your schedule? I mean, I guess you don't have to tell me, just for the sake of the show, but like...
let me see.
One of the... you'll have to let me go. Or let me know. I'm sorry, my brain is so focused on not crashing into a mountain right now. Is that a... good. Oh, wait, it's still up. Somehow. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Probably should get a little altitude.
Well, I'm working tomorrow and the next day, but Wednesday I'm free if you are.
Yeah. Now I'm a little disoriented. I don't know where my targets went. I see a target. Sometimes if you're playing a game like this and you don't know where your targets are, like if they're right below you or something, the best thing to do is just pick something a little further away and go for them.
Missile is tracking.
Boop. There is War Thunder, but you gotta get to lighter levels. War Thunder? Isn't that a World War II game? When it comes to Ace Combat, I've never played games similar to them that didn't take place with modern jets. But I do know there are some that take place in World War II and the such. I forgot War Thunder is a thing. Gotcha. Fire and forget. Okay. Well, if I need to not scorch the earth, I suppose I shouldn't use my super weapon, but fuck it, I guess.
The hell are you talking about? They're taking all the dough. This is Sirens. We're over the DC, so get the hell out. Take that runway. Let's take this damn airstrip. You know, I'm impressed with how many people
the radio chatter doesn't always make much sense in context. Like in one of the Ace combats, I think it was 5, there's a point where you're hearing a radio conversation between 2 otherwise unimportant infantry members, and it makes no sense that that shit would be piped into the pilots. But, you know, who cares, I guess. Ah, shit, I should have tried to get him before he took off. And I missed both missiles. Won't miss those 2. Oh my god, I missed those 2. Come here, you jerk. In your FC-18. Yeah, there you go. You want to try to hit these guys while they're still on the ground. I think I got 1. I think the rest are getting airborne, but we'll take care of that. Who are you 2? Bizlack? These guys seem to be named. Wait, they're... Who are you 2? Oh, God. I don't know who these 2 are. They're green colored. I don't know if that means they're allies or not. Or maybe they're optionals? I'm sure nothing bad will happen if I target them and take them out, so fuck it. Oh, okay, they are enemies. Good. Okay. This is fine. Back to work. In higher tiers you get jets, missiles, and nukes in War Thunder?
Whoa.
Isn't that a free-to-play game? I believe. A freemium game? I don't know if it's pay-to-win precisely, but I could be mixing it up. If it's not the game I'm thinking of, then I may check it out if it's got that much stuff to it. Because I like this style of game. In fact, to me, this would be even more fun if I didn't have to worry about a story per se. Which is one reason why I was so attracted to Project Wingman, because it has that roguelike mode that I've wanted to try. Then it's just all a matter of survival. Come on, lock on. There we go.
Guns, guns, guns.
Yes, AWACS. Thank you.
Stacked up.
It's a bit harder to aim when I'm in third person because I don't know where the plane is when it's too low to the screen.
This is Crosstalk Squadron. Commencing intercept. Let's get these dogs off our rods.
Okay, here comes the first of the power people. There are always super pilots you have to deal with. Generally, they just have more hit points and better AI. So you have to stalk them a lot longer in order to get clean shots. They make you earn it. Yeah, he's doing a lot of loopies. Come here, you dick. I have plenty of experience. You think you can beat me? You don't know me. You didn't powder my butt and put a diaper on me. Come back here, asshole. Uh-oh. I should probably get away from that. You didn't take me through flight school and teach me how to land. Hold still. Oh yeah, those missiles are coming out fast too. Hey, teammates, you wanna You know, help.
You got it. It's fine.
Yeah, they're dodging. This one's dodging most of my missiles.
Satori says it's free to play with in-game purchases, team versus team.
Team versus team. Well, see, okay, that's what I mean. Like, that one's more adversarial rather than... Oh, when you said... Okay. Oh, it takes place on the ground as well? That's fascinating. Alright, I think it is the game I'm thinking of then. That's what the turnoff is for me, that it's mainly adversarial. But I'm also a very passive gamer who generally does not play PvP. I'm almost always PvE in all circumstances. However, it might be worth trying. There was another game I played, I think it's by the same devs, called World of Warships, I believe. Which was okay. Also adversarial, but it was an interesting game. I kind of enjoyed it. It just, it also was kind of a freemium game. Like, it was hard to get anywhere as a free player. But, like, it was interesting. It was definitely one of those games that I would want to enter with friends who we can communicate over Discord or whatever to coordinate our strikes, rather than trying to just wing it. This music slaps.
It does. Really good.
Gotcha. I think there are only 3 bogeys left. Woohoo! Alright, next. Another really interesting game I always wanted to try to play. Now I don't remember the name of it, but it was an air combat game, except it took place in space and over planets. And it was very interesting because it was a war game. It featured 2 factions that were at war. And when you started a new campaign, both factions had a set number of planes and a set number of resources. So eventually one side would win. It may not be your side, but eventually somebody would win by attrition. And the game is now a free game. Its source code was released, I believe, but it's also really hard to control. And I just couldn't get it to work, which made me really sad. I always hoped that a game like that would come out again with modern design and able to handle modern hardware with a little bit of help for those of us who aren't exactly perfectly precise with our aircraft. Oh, you dick. Come back here. Wow, he is, There we go. Okay. Mission complete. Let's get some altitude so I don't smash into a mountain. Herf derf.
There was no such thing as nice this far north. You should know that.
I never flew these skies like you did. Not like this.
I would love to do a voice for a game like this.
Excellent work today, Hitman. You get first pick for Hagar and Bucks. Hitman team, begin landing sequence. You lucky bastards. Rose Tower is ours.
Yay! Why are we lucky? Oh, shut up. Cascadia's we're earning our pay. Wait, do I actually have to land? Oh, no. Okay, good. Satori with a lot of information on World of Warships. I appreciate that. And its ilk. Oh, God. Oh, okay, which runway? There are two runways. You want to tell me which one to use? ATC?
I think just pick one.
God damn it! That's not the way flying works. Just pick one is not the way flying works.
Is it like driver instructions?
No. There will be no way to lose your job faster as an ATC than to tell the pilot, just do whatever, it's fine. You probably won't run into a plane on the ground. That's better. Not exactly butter, but that's certainly better. Okay. Holy crap.
You didn't dump your ass out like last time, which, by the way, thanks for giving landing instructions, game.
Yeah, it's probably fine. In Ace Combat, there's always like a visual helper to help you line up on the runway properly. No, stop it.
Damage, and there's room enough for everyone, even the other freelance mercs.
Okay.
The Independence Force of Cascadia is now the collection of true Cascadian sovereignty, and when the time comes, we'll see Cascadia rise to its own liberty without the Federation. I've been instructed by the remnants of our national government to be your liaison for the duration of your contract with us, of which we've sent to Kaiser for you to sign later. To be truthful, I don't agree with your way of life, but you've come to Cascadia to aid us, and for that, I can't complain. We'll pay you what you're due, as long as you give us your best. Get settled in. We need you up in the air soon.
One last thing, everyone. We're going by our TAC names for the duration of this contract.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure my name is public domain in regards to Sicario. However, we've gone to great lengths to keep yours hidden. If you break it, it's on your ass. You know how bounty hunters are if they have a name.
Right.
Dismissed.
You guys aren't hearing an echo during that, are you? I'm like watching my audio readouts. I think we're okay. But again, I'm all paranoid since I've changed my audio setup a little bit here.
Let us know if everything's on the up and up.
Listen
Mission
up.
4,
We're about
uphill
to get
every
started.
way.
A lot
Oh
of
god.
mercenaries from around the world have made their way into the country, as I'm sure you've seen. However, Sicario is currently one of the only groups that can throw around enough fighters to aid in the air war. Cascadia's National Guard was quickly scattered and taken out by Federation military forces when we originally tried to force them out of Cascadia. They came without mercy, eliminating more than 30% of our active forces. These last few weeks have been disastrous, and we're on the verge of
Holy
capitulating
shit.
into a full-blown guerrilla war. We'd like to avoid this, and because of that, Sicario will be deployed immediately to several of our units currently in need of support.
Hitman team, you will be deployed to an agricultural area to the south. One of the Independence Force's surviving battalions has been driven there by a Federation offensive. Presently, a collection of Allied officers preside over a rather notable amount of manpower. The Federation is currently engaged using air and ground units, so a multifaceted loadout is suggested. You might catch the Federation off guard, however, anticipate retaliation in short order. Launch and lift the siege. If that battalion falls, our forces won't have enough manpower or command to organize again.
You do not want to see that many enemy forces just surrounding your very tiny allied forces. This is also making me want to play Civilization again. I've been in a Civilization mood for a hot minute, just because I enjoy the war aspect. So I may have to dust off Epic Games and do a little bit of that.
Nobody said anything, so I think the volume balance is good.
That's good. Oh, that's what Mark said with everything is fine. For a second, I thought Mark was referring to the fact our measly allies are surrounded, but
He was.
it's fine.
That was earlier than when we asked.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll bring the FE4 this time. Anti-air multi-lock on or the semi-active. We will take the multi-lock. And we will take... Ooh. Triple volley. Small explosive radius but higher ammo count and faster reload rate drops in triplicate. Large explosive radius. Let's take the large explosive radius. And... Semi-active air missiles, multi-lock. Oh, I see. Okay, so the first one I'll bring more general missiles. The second one I'll bring my big splody-doos. And then the third one I'll take the multi-shooty-pew air-to-air missiles. So sorry for everyone who takes their military terminology. Seriously. Alright, it's fine. Damn right I'm good to go. Oh, this is awesome. So I have 184 standard missiles, 48... whatever those are. 8 bombs. I should probably take off. Let's get up to 10,000 feet. Oh, my multi-locks are down. Okay. Alright. Man, is it... A lot of people always want me to play games that make me happy instead of just what the show makes me do or whatever, and man, this game is making me happy.
It's been over 10 years, Mick, since we've been in Cascadia. I have no idea. Galaxy the Hitman team, I patched you through to the Independence Force comm frequency. Things are getting busy. You're free to engage any Federation signature.
Which says you're not sorry and we know better.
What? My lady wingman just invited me out to drink some wine if we survive this. How nice. Alright.
Nothing gets her going like blowing up military bases full of people with children.
Well, probably.
Not exactly the reinforcements we asked for. Falkon, be advised. We have allied air support overhead. Lace targets as necessary for CAS.
Would it have to be mercenaries? Oh, you guys don't trust us? You don't think we can do the job? Is that what you're saying?
They don't have a stake in this. They don't care. They're just getting money.
I can't really track anything outside of the immediate AO. Does anyone know what's up with that?
Wow, talk about scorched earth. Oh my god, this is a friggin' mess. Flying through the clouds, as you can see, completely screws me up. But sometimes I gotta do what I gotta do. That is what I intended to do the first time. When I rear-ended the plane. Allied ground unit is getting drunk now. Forget that we're still doing the mission.
It's fine.
It's, well, I mean, I guess he's facing certain death, so he thinks, why the fuck not? Yeah, I've learned the hard way there. Again, if I'm a little too close to an enemy, it's best to just ignore it and move on to the next one. Or I will, what is that really large-ass tower in the distance that I'm quickly approaching?
Heaven on high?
Never mind, I guess it's not as large as I thought, but yeah, maybe it is Heaven on high. Ruin is in there making money right now. I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it. There we go, tanks are dealt with. I guess I should be looking at the enemies who are closest to my allies rather than the things that are bothering me. You guys alright? I think we've cleared the immediate airspace, or ground space even. Okay. Thank you. Well, we seem to do a pretty good job. Almost all the ground targets are gone now. I guess my allies have actually really helped out here. This is going swimmingly. Nothing could possibly go wrong now. Enemy tanks are approaching. I've got my big old boomy bombs. Suck on that, assholes! Alright.
One of the survivors comes up on the radio. We can't, it's a bomb!
Did I only hit one? How did I only hit one tank in that? There we go. That's gonna do a lot more damage. Wow, that still didn't take them out. That's ridiculous. How strong are those tanks? Bombing run commence. There we go. Now they're all gone. Okay. Now we're just doing a little bit of aerial cleanup and our allies will be nice and safe. Wow, my allies really do seem a lot more competent in this game than most Ace Combat games. Do you think you could handle, like, one target at a time like this? Or would this even be a little too much for you?
I think it would be a bit too much for me because of the turning. Because if you remember, I had to hand the controller over to you for Far Cry 5 for that one dogfight sequence.
Oh, you did! I always forget about that.
And that was, what, one plane?
Oh my god! What the fuck just happened? Why is half the forest on fire and also... Okay, we're just gonna do that and hope for the best. Wow, that is a long-range missile. Those are hitting from 20,000 feet off. Okay. Did I miss something? Did I miss our mission suddenly changing? Or, okay, there goes an oil refinery.
Okay, that's a vote of confidence for the Mercs. Push the counter-offensive. Wild border short to all elements. Push the fence into the steel belly. Maybe you are not predisposed, so I want you to push these.
Still got plenty of missiles.
Falkon, this is Regional HQ. We have a strategy if the rebels want to play rough.
If we want to play rough.
We are Tiger. Prep your tasking. Redirecting for area saturation and phase line yellow. This is Ixiom. We're coasting in. All hands. Battle stations.
There's an oil tank below me. It's green. It is not a priority target, but I guess if the Allies want some oil, denying them oil will be good for us.
Are we one of the bad guys?
We're mercenaries, so...
Yes.
I mean, we're just doing what we're paid to do, the Akamura. You're my co-pilot, so you're complicit in this, by the way.
Am I? I'm just sitting
Yes.
here reading comics.
I mean, that's fine. I don't know how you're reading comics when I'm pulling sick 360 turns and aileron rolls, but...
If I focus on the pages, I won't throw up.
Okay.
Ground unit destroyed.
One bomb left. Never mind. Boarding the target I was gonna go after. Alright. Dicks. Alright, which of you assholes keep shooting missiles at me? Because I'm not about it. Bomb is gone. I am out of bombs. My allies have the air covered right now, but I am absolutely in the thick of it right now. Okay, so green on the radar must just be like optional targets. Because there's a lot of planes in the air that are not painted as priority.
Yeah, because Genergy said he thinks allies are blue.
Yeah, allies are definitely blue. Whoa! Alright, don't forget about the mission, me. Mission is to help out the allies, not myself.
Ground asset knocked out.
Yeah, I've got at least 2 planes on me that are being kind of annoying, but nothing I can't handle.
Missile shot off. It is mine.
Okay, that took out a SAM, so should make the skies a little safer for me. $122 missiles remaining. Plenty to go. Okay. Just taking a pot shot at a target of opportunity there. Alright. Think we've got most of this done. Just a little bit more aerial cleanup and we'll be good to go. Such as that Sam that just again took another pot shot at me. Oh, it's a tank?
Oh, time to squish it.
That is an ambitious tank to be shooting at an aircraft.
Well, when you're desperate.
Yeah. Well, he's seen basically his entire unit being obliterated, so desperate is definitely... Well, now he's dead, so it's
Dang.
fine.
You probably spent that last minute looking at the photo of his family.
Akamura, no.
Am I ruining it for you?
Don't humanize the enemy. Alright. There we go. I'm thinking I hit him so fast he probably didn't get a chance to. Alright, anyway. No,
Damn.
it's fine. Everything is fine. This is war.
Is that a manned aircraft?
Oh yeah, they're all manned aircraft.
Well,
No drones here.
that guy wasn't married, but there was this girl he was looking forward to going to see after this.
He wanted to be a baker. Alright. That's a reference to The Precipice of Extinction, the latest novel by John Michael. Out currently on Amazon in Kindle form as well.
Go get it!
Yeah, there are links in the
it.
video description. Alright. Yeah, you are. Now you're dead. Whoa, I actually took a bullet there. Not sure from who. Is that a bomber? I think they're basically down to just their bombers at this point. High impact missile.
Oh, bombers? So people who have just as much as, if not more experience than you, some of whom took this job to put food on the table for their family.
Yeah, well, from what I'm gathering from the story, we are dealing with a professional Air Force, but we are mercenaries who just want the paycheck.
The guy manning that plane is doing this job for benefits so his mom doesn't have to go into a home. Go on, shoot him down.
Will do. You are having a fun time with this, aren't you?
Dang, too bad those survivorship benefits won't be enough. Too far?
Holy shit, Akamura.
Too far?
No, it's making me laugh, so it's fine. Oh shit, I just glanced at the chat and lost a visual on my target. There we go.
Nope, Soul bought it and is already reading it.
Copy that.
Oh, we finally killed enough family men.
Think those mercs accept tips? It'll take more than that to convince me.
What? I saved your ass. What do you mean it'd take more than that? What?
Hard copy. Issuing theater-wide alert. Mercenary forces are now in play by the rebels. Hitman team, RTB. We're reporting similar successes up and down Cascadia. If Monarch keeps racking up kills like that, we're gonna need a bigger offshore account. Us versus the Federation. Yep, that's what we're doing now. No big deal, right? Right?
Keep your nerves on you. Monarch seems to be playing out just fine. Ain't that right, Lee?
Sure.
Monarch's Monarch, and that's besides the point. We're home. Been about a decade, but we're back. Fighting the goddamn New World Order.
Yay! Yay, fighting the government. Oh god,
Yay.
no one take that out of context. Hold on, let me give you volume.
Tactical support pretty much
I need to
saved
see if
the
there's a...
and a respectable amount of firepower for the Independence Force. Combined with deployments by the rest of Sicario and other mercenaries, we've been brought back from the brink and have stabilized our territory. Being able to maintain proper military formation and territory means we'll be able to wage this war the right way. Stand by for further taskings and get some rest.
Wow, look at all those allied kills. The AI is pretty competent. That makes me happy. I was gonna say something, but I've already forgotten it. It's fine. All of this is fine. Ugh.
Every kill was a life snuffed out
In
prematurely.
truth, we didn't think we'd need you mercenaries at all. But, unfortunately, what we hoped was going to
Each
be
one
a
a widow,
relatively
each
bloodless
one an
eviction of
orphan.
the Federation from our homeland has become an impossibility.
Presidia, Cascadia's capital, is falling. This afternoon, the first fully fledged Federation military units have come in from out of country to reinforce their garrisons here. Among them, a massive Federation naval fleet has secured a foothold in the capital. Independence Force Command planned this rebellion to have been timely enough to seize, hold, and place defensive positions in key territories within the country before their reinforcements came. Unfortunately, with the new wave of Federation reinforcements, Presidia's main urban centers have been lost, and we can't afford to lose any more manpower at the moment. A tactical retreat has been declared. Sicario, you, alongside other allied forces, will cover an immediate evacuation of our troops still holding out on the ground. By land, by air, and by sea, we are extracting from Presidia. Protect the evacuation moving out of the AO by raising hell and taking out any Federation units that are pressing on them. If we lose any more men, we might not be able to continue fighting against the Federation.
Presidia is where the fighting started in Cascadia. However, we refuse to have it be where it ends. Not like this. Hitman team, we expect much of you in this coming time.
Great. So, we're fighting with the rebels against what is likely the biggest country in the world or whatever. And our rebel allies are on the brink of collapse. So we're going to come in and fight the government and secure them an evacuation route so they can set up elsewhere. This'll be fine. This will also be our last mission, looking at the time. It is 4:45. And not for nothing, but I'm kind of in a sports mood, so I was going to do some old school retro games, or an old school retro game for an after party if you wish to join us on Discord. It'll definitely be a hangout game where what I'm doing on screen really does not matter. It'll be about just kind of hanging out and chatting.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. So we are getting the FC-16. I'm just buying planes as they become available. Let's get the high impact missile and let's get the let's do the triple volley bombs just because I haven't seen them yet. Cluster bombs. Okami asks if Rune is busy in the Tower of Heaven. Why are you here? Good question. I meant to wake Rune up yesterday because she has some work she needs to do, but I did not.
Yeah, it's about time for me to hunt Neil out of bed.
Well, if you want to play your MSQ, I better not stream then, because my voice will be interrupting your cutscenes.
No, I won't be doing MSQ normally. I just have to do some maintenance.
Fair enough. Hello, Kaylin. Check Discord. Would you mind doing that, Hakamura? I'm kind of got my hands on the flight stack. Oscar Mike, hang on.
Where am I looking in Discord?
Oh, if it's a DM, I guess you wouldn't be able to access it.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
Copy that. I'm on my way.
This is exactly why we ask you guys not to interrupt
Well,
midstream.
it's fine. Also, Kaylin shared with me some semi-private stuff, so that could be part of it. Suffice to say, she had a little surgery, and she is doing much better, which makes me happy.
Oh, that's good.
And I won't say any more than that,
Yep,
because
she sent
that
a
would be
DM.
very rude. Oh, fair enough, Kaylin. I will check it out when I can. Alright.
That violin.
Yeah, this is amazing music. Apparently it's getting a music overhaul soon, too. Like, they're adding really good music with this big update. I don't know where you want me to go, AWACS. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific. There's a lot of shit everywhere right now.
Are you firing into a city?
We're covering the retreat of the rebels, so
Ooh.
yeah, they're having to cut through the city, the capital.
Ooh. That's gonna be a lot of collateral.
Yeah. I mean, even if my missiles are on target, there is going to be a little splash damage. Hopefully the civilians have gotten out by now. Alright, so far it seems like we've got this under control. It seems to be mostly aircraft we're targeting. One of the Federation one of the Federation pilots just talked shit against the Border Patrol since they didn't stop us. Boats in the water. Going after them.
Civilians should be evacuated from the sector. Anyone out here should have no business being around. Free engagement.
Yeah, did you hear that, Akamura?
Not clearly, what did he say?
Civilians should be out of this area.
Should be.
Anyone else who's here has no business being here.
Should be.
So it's okay.
It's okay to murder women and children who are confused.
Oh my god.
You had your chance to evacuate, now you're going to die.
Well, I mean, they had their chance to evacuate.
Sorry to any homeless or poor people who can't exactly leave. People who don't have the means to evacuate. It's okay. You don't matter to rich people like us. Every coffin is another dollar in your pocket. It's fine.
Look, I've got to get paid. I'm doing my job here.
You gots to get paid.
I gots to get paid.
You gots to get paid.
I gots to get paid.
Hand over fist over 1 million children's coffins.
Wow.
Too dark.
Getting there, but it's still pretty funny. Oh, why was I not hitting that one? So a couple of my missiles just missed as I'm firing into the city here. Apparently. There we go. Alright. I think the enemy is down to just 2 aircraft, provided there's no surprise. Kalen has reposted it to the fireplace. Come here, Bogey.
Oh, she got both One Step Toward Divinity and The Precipice of Extinction.
Woot. Oh, well, I knew she ordered it. Or did it arrive?
It arrived.
Holy crap, that was fast. Especially with the weather being ass right now. Oh, I think Kalen is located a bit west of where the weather has turned to ass. So...
Yep.
That makes sense. Here, we've done a couple orders ourselves and got alerted by UPS that
It's
the
lost
weather
in
has...
snow.
Yeah. Hopefully it's here Monday, because it's in Springfield, so it won't be that far. Skies are clear, AWACS. Never mind, targets have shown up. Homeless people should hide inside their homes, says Satori.
We've secured Taconoids where we have incoming hostiles. If we take this place, we can direct evacuation chopper traffic here. Use of access cover. We can't afford to draw fire towards homes.
You know what one thing I really like about this game is it doesn't have a time limit? Because in Ace Combat 7, every mission had a time limit, and some of them were extremely tight, and there was no reason for it. Like, I mean, it makes sense if the storyline is like, you have to shoot down the planes before the big nuclear burrito of doom attacks the city, or whatever. But there is no nuclear burrito of doom. It was just, here's an arbitrary 20-minute time limit. And being the type of gamer who likes taking his time, I like this. This focuses more on the maneuvers and lining up your shots and the whatnots than like that, than having to worry about hurrying for some weird reason. What, did I have a date on Friday night and I had to hurry the hell up here before I could go on that date? To get everything done in time before the restaurant closed? Gotcha.
Just think of all the collateral damage the shrapnel is going to do.
Yeah, I was
as it
gonna say,
rains onto the city.
That probably would be the bigger problem, because these planes are slamming into the ground, so...
Some poor college student got bussed out of the city, and she's gonna return home to this smoking crater where all of her things were.
They actually made, Ace Combat 5 had a moment where that became a thing. Because a plane goes down in one of the last missions, and the pilot knows he's going down and can't bail, so he intentionally aims to slam his plane into the middle of a football stadium, so to as not cause collateral damage.
Aw.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I really liked Ace Combat 5. A lot of Ace Combat fans think Ace Combat 5 was the best one. 6 got a little weird, and 7 is the one where they were like, here's a bunch of time limits for no reason, and also there's very little dogfighting because not very little, but like every mission had some sort of weird quirk to it, and it was difficult to get into a rhythm because all they did was keep changing the rules on you. So, you know, that's not as fun. Occasionally changing the rules is fun to keep you on your toes, but if every stage is a different rule set, those are definitely plummeting toward the... Okay. Wait, that's water or something. Nope, that's city. Alright, you know what? It's fine. We're gonna just Okay, more planes. Didn't see that more planes spawned in. Don't think about the collateral damage, Akamura. Just listen to that sweet-ass violin that we are both digging right now.
I wonder how many stray animals down there are very
Oh my
confused.
god!
Is that one too far?
That'll certainly affect Soul more than the... Oh god, that one was close.
Not to mention all those rich assholes who left their pets behind. These mansions are pretty sizable targets.
You want to insult our downstairs neighbor? Since you insulted him to me, and justifiably so?
No, because I'll be loud enough that I think they'll hear.
Oh.
I don't want to deal with that shit.
I gotcha.
They've already been loud today.
Have they? I haven't
Yeah.
heard anything.
They were in the kitchen.
Ah. Is it just the one guy now, or does he have friends over a lot, or...?
I think he has friends over a lot.
I see.
That or he's on the phone a lot or something. He's very loud. Very loud. Mark has placed his order for the book. Hell
Thank
yeah.
you, I appreciate that. For anyone who's curious about the audiobook, that is, like, I'm trying. I just didn't get it done. Part of the problem is my motivation and my mental demons that have been stopping me. But part of it is also that I need the Akamura to be a director, because when I'm doing it, obviously I can't hear my own voice, per se. And sometimes I'll lose a character voice or whatever, and she'll have to be the one to tell me. And we just haven't been able to coordinate our schedules, unfortunately.
Hold still, asshole. There we go.
But I am trying. Like, if nothing else, there's a particular scene in the second book that was added at the last minute, and I did a very good job narrating it, apparently. Because when we were recording it, the Akamura was, like, listening, but then I got to that particular part of the scene, and out of the corner of my eye, she just, like, gave me 100% of her attention, which does not happen. So I knew I was onto something good, but even at the time in my head, I'm like, just hold it, don't act
Yep.
surprised, keep
Hold
the
on to it.
momentum. And apparently I did it, so I definitely don't want that specific performance to be lost, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. Are we clear? Nope, we got one more. Gotcha. Skies are clear, AWACS. Oh god, where did you all come from? We don't have time to be outgunned.
Nope, that's one less outgunned.
What are you guys? Oh god, that is a very large enemy. Okay. That's why they said attack from behind or below. You probably didn't hear that, Akamura.
Not properly.
There are these big-ass planes that are in our way, and one of my wingmen was like, are we good to down these over the Capitol? And the other one said, not like we have a choice.
Well,
I'll leave my allies to doing some of the shots against the capital ships right now.
That one crushed a school.
I want to... Did you say that into the mic?
I did.
Okay. We haven't downed one of the capital ships yet, but
That one crushed a retirement home.
there are a lot of planes going down right now. Wow, this mission is going on so long that my fingers are starting to take some damage here. Which is fine. I actually like... Haha, gotcha. I'm
That
so
one crushed the child services department.
so glad there's no, So glad there's no time limit. Okay. Yeah, no shit. Coming to help.
Monarch, enemies locking onto you.
On lock.
Fox 2. Monarch, you've got a good lock.
Oh, there's a bunch of the capital ships in the air. I'm gonna have to save my super missiles for them.
That one crushed a hospital.
Wait, do I lose if that plane crosses the line? Uh-oh. I better hurry. Shit. Ah! I'm too close to him. Need to get a little distance and then swing back around.
Monarch, you're locked on. Nice shot.
Yep, this... Okay, it doesn't seem like I'm under a time limit here. I don't know what that red line is on the radar. I kind of assume if I cross it, bad things happen. But right now we're just fighting right next to it. It's like it's vomiting flak or something. Shit. Oh boy.
Oh shit, that was close.
Yeah, this is the problem I'm dealing with right now. Oh, I think it's going down. I don't see its icon on the map anymore. So I think we're down to the little ones to clean up.
I wonder how many neighborhoods those large ships are gonna break.
Go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Alright. Holy crap. I kinda wish I had been playing this before. Yep, thank you, AWACS. That guy who fired it is about to be very upset with himself. I think the battlecruiser went down again. I think what's going on is my allies are actually shooting down the battlecruisers I'm just softening them up for them. Gotcha. Yeah, it does seem like the battle cruisers are down now. Oh, never mind. There's 2 left. I think 2 battle cruisers and 1 minion remains. Should be an easy cleanup. This music. This is probably why you like watching me play this, Akamura, just for the music. Gotcha. Alright, moving on to the last 2 capital ships.
They are, like, vomiting flak. It's so weird.
Yeah, that's... AWACS mentioned not to attack them from the front or the back. Probably that's why.
Can you imagine all the fucking damage those bullets are gonna do to the city below?
Well,
God, it's not just you.
The flak is not going to damage the city, because flak dissipates in the air very quickly. I mean, yes, it's solid things, but it's not going to cause much damage when it comes down to Earth. Let's not do that.
You got enough distance to turn now, I think.
Yeah, I'm watching my distance. I want to get 5,000 feet away before I try it.
Pew.
Alright, that capital ship's going down. Time to head to the other one.
Because I think it's that one, and is the golden one that's still up? No.
No, it's just that one. Looks like my allies have been doing a pretty good job.
Oh.
High impact missiles ready. Right, passing overhead. I am now a mile away. Time to brake, brake, brake. Swinging around. Fire. I'm basically having to do bombing runs on this thing rather than fighting it like an actual aircraft. Oh, I got him.
Nice.
We've done all we can, Sicario. RTB to Rose Tower. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
It wasn't supposed to be like this? How was it supposed to be like? We were fighting over a capital city. What the hell did you expect was going to happen? We were all going to get clowns and blowjobs after we were done?
During the retreat were minimized.
Yes.
We've lost contact with our final units within Presidia, so we can only assume the worst. We just have to remember their sacrifice to cover our escape. During the evacuation, we airlifted some of our most experienced fighters, along with Federation defectors and civilians who wanted to join up with us after seeing what the Federation did to Presidia. We're at the brink right now, and losing the capital was a blow, but thanks to you, we can survive this. Stand by for your next op orders.
Oh my god, I just want to keep playing this all day. Alright, but I'm going to stop here because we are over 2 hours, and I did want to do an AP of sports games, although now I'm kind of thinking otherwise. But anyway, no, stop, oh god, stop. Oh god, stop. Don't tempt me with another mission. Alright, so...
Murder more women and children.
Oh god.
Separate more families.
Sure. That's going to do it for today. If y'all want to see more of this game, please let me know, because I will play this all freaking day. But that will do it for today.
Pile more bodies on the scale that weighs your soul.
Don't forget to check the links in the video description for this game on Steam, Project Wingman, on Steam, as well as my second novel, The Precipice of Extinction, PayPal, Patreon, our Discord server, and other ways you can support the channel. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again next week for another stream on YouTube. and on Discord in about 3 minutes for some probably baseball after party.
Baseball.
Yeah, just to hang out. It'll be like the exact opposite of the mood of this game. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.